In this tutorial, we will be going over how to change your joystick controls, as well as any additional driver and player preferences. When you first start the simulator, you can easily navigate to your player preferences by clicking the Options tab. Note, you will also be able to access this menu when you start your game simulation as well. From the Options tab, you will automatically default to the Input tab, where you can set up your preferred joystick controls, drive, and measurement preferences. Each player is controlled. By default, Player 1 uses keyboard inputs and joystick inputs for the controls, while the remaining players are configured for joystick inputs only. You can set keyboard inputs as well as joystick inputs for whichever control. Also note that each player is provided both a primary and secondary input. To set your controls, simply click on either the primary or secondary input and enter the control you would like to set. If you would like to set a specific key to nothing, you can use the backspace to set the key to none. Once you are satisfied with your control selection, click the Save button to save your changes. If you are unsatisfied with your control selection or would like to reset to defaulted controls, just click the Reset Defaults button. If you would like to experiment with different driving styles, Synthesis now supports tank drive and arcade drive options for our integrated joystick controls. Arcade drive is set by default, but if you would like to change to tank drive, click on the Arcade/Tank Drive toggle. You will recognize that the controls list has slightly shifted and now permits you to set your tank drive axes. Each player has access to their own arcade drive and tank drive options. As you can see, Player 2 has the defaulted arcade drive and Player 1 now has tank drive. Along with driving controls, we also have options for your game measurements, which are utilized by your sensors and game pieces. Your game measurements are defaulted to metric, but you can easily toggle between your preferences. Before we start the simulator, make sure all your changes are saved. Let's go ahead and start the simulator now. Then the control panel. If you click on the Analytics bar, you can update your analytics preferences. If you click on the Display Hotkeys button, you can open a panel to view those keys. Lastly, you will have your Reset Defaults and Save button for your use, as well as a Tutorials button in case you run into any trouble. Don't forget to save your changes. Thank you for watching this synthesis tutorial. Be sure to check out our other video tutorials. If you're interested in contributing to synthesis, make sure to check out our GitHub page as well.